everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dr. Haider Shah. On behalf of Kalwas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, we have another very interesting topic, and I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker who is going to talk about role of financial management in entrepreneurship. The role of the entrepreneurs are very much important, and particularly the financial management. What are the different concepts and how you are going to manage it in a better way? So indeed, a very interesting topic, and I'm sure in this session you are going to learn new things. So you will get the best insight, right guidance about all these things, as we have an expert with us in today's this session. So stay tuned, because an amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. So before we start, I would like to thank the Kalwas for arranging such enlightenment sessions, for their support and providing such a wonderful platform. The aim of Kalwas is to give you the opportunity to connect and interact with world-renowned speakers, academic leaders, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals, and businessmen, to learn from their experiences, recommendations, suggestions, and tips which will create an impact and will enable you to learn and develop yourself in order to grow and transform individually, as well as to contribute to the world in positive way. As our slogan is, come, learn, and share knowledge. So today we have an amazing person as a guest. She is a multi-talented person with amazing qualities, having vast experience and exposure. An internationally known and recognized speaker, she is a great human being and always ready to support and contribute to the world in different positive ways. So let me introduce her formally. She is a Doctor of Science in Finance and Accounting, works as a professor assistant at the Faculty of Management and in Tourism, Hospitality and Environment, University Zeka, Peja-State of Kosovo. She is the ambassador for financial evaluation, the ambassador for women tech, as well as the ambassador for research and innovation. She is country director of International Young Society and country director of the World Voice International. Moreover, she is a member of the editorial board of many magazines in the different countries of the world, such as US, Belgium, Georgia, Germany, Denmark, Ukraine, India, etc. She has a great experience in international conferences as a supervisor, as a member of scientific committee, as a member of editorial board, as a session chair in the universities, institutes, and various countries of the world as follows: the Belgium, France, Switzerland, Austria, Turkey, United Kingdom, South Korea, India, Italy, etc. In addition to that, she is also a reviewer in prestigious journals on Scopus and Web of Science, such as United Kingdom and Switzerland. She is also an excellent experience as a visiting professor to lecture on economics, finance, accounting, education, teaching, research, and many other topics relevant to the economic development, financial stability, the quality enhancement in higher education at many universities, institutes, NGOs, summits around the world, such as United States, India, Indonesia, Egypt, Philippines, Belgium, Germany, Albania, Italy, Iran, Australia, etc. As a trainer, she has completed many trainings and programs in the field of economics, finance, accounting, research, management, diversity, etc. in world's universities such as United States, Ukraine, Italy, Austria, Germany, Malaysia, Pakistan, Sweden, and is certified from the World Bank and Monetary Fund. Moreover, she is a member of Institute of Economics, Education and Research. She is winner of many awards in the world, such as Teaching, Science, Creative Ideas, Successful Women, Peace, etc. In Kosovo, she is an excellent experience in many functions within the university as a member, the university board, senator, coordinator for academic development and quality assurance, member of the Commission for Internationalization, and member of many other committees within the faculty and university. She has been distinguished student in Kosovo and now has a number of acknowledgements from students, are distinguished professor. She thanks God for all the success, and she is ready for collaboration and teamwork. Last but not the least, she is a wonderful speaker, author, teacher, researcher, professional, and above everything, she is a great human being. So please help me in welcoming our guest, Dr. ENKELEDA LULAJ. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the Calvas platform.
Hi, dear Professor. Greetings to all of you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Really, I'm very honored and grateful to be here.
Thank
So,
you.
I am ENKELEDA LULAJ from state of the Kosovo. I work at the University Haxhi Zeka Faculty of Management in Tourism, Hospitality and Environment. I am Professor for Finance and Accounting. Thank you once again, dear Professor, for inviting me. Really, I'm very, very grateful and honored.
It's a
Please.
pleasure to have you with us. And let me give you the reminder to the audience about the format of today's presentation that Dr. Enkeleda will be presenting, and she would leave the time for question and answer session at the end of the session. If you have any question, you can write in comment section, or you can email us at info@calvas.com. So let's get started. Over to you, Prof.
Yes, dear Professor, can you allow me to share my screen? Okay,
Yes, please. It is shared. Thank you.
thank you so very much. Thank you once again, dear Professor. So, can you see my screen, Professor?
Yes, it's visible. Carry on, please. Thank
Okay,
you.
so today I will talk about role of financial management in entrepreneurship. I will make a relationship between the skills of managers in leadership and my scientific paper conducted in 100 businesses in Kosovo. So I invite you to listen carefully because you will learn a lot, and at the end you will see the recommendation that will help the businesses. Also, you will see which businesses have the most financial stable position based on econometric model. Uh, in this slide you will see general information about role of financial manager, or role of entrepreneurship, or financial position in businesses, a new point of view, learn a special skill that change basic attitude. What is entrepreneur? Please keep in mind, as an entrepreneur in the future or as a financial manager, is very, very important to know more about what is an entrepreneur. So, an entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business, bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. So, the process of setting up a business or a company is known as an entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator. Please keep in mind, a sources of new ideas, new best ideas, or new good ideas for business, good services, and business or procedures. So, entrepreneurs play a key role in any economy, using the skills and initiative necessary to anticipate needs and bringing God's new ideas to the market. Please keep in mind, it's very important for you. Who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur, a person who undertakes the risk of starting a new business or a new company venture, is called as entrepreneur. An entrepreneur creates a firm or company to realize their idea, now as an entrepreneurship, which aggregates capital and labor in order to produce goods and or services for profit. It's very important for you as well. Entrepreneurship is highly risky, but also can be highly rewarding, as it serves to generate economy, wealth, growth, and innovation. Entrepreneurship skills. Please keep in mind inner discipline in your company, example with your employers or with your consumers, ability to take risk, innovation, and change oriented. Technical skills, operation specific to industry, communication. You will have got communication with your staff, with your consumer, research and development. Please research every day for new idea, for new technology, for new location, etc. Management skills, planning, decision making, motivating, marketing, and finance. It's very important for you to have a plan for your business as an entrepreneur or as a financial manager, or decision making. What is important about for decision making in your company? Example, new location or new product or new marketing or new idea, etc. Motivating for your staff with new, maybe example, higher page or another idea for your staff. Marketing, what are your best way for your marketing with social media or television or journal, etc. Finance as well is very important. You will see more about finance in the next slide. Now, as well, about what is an entrepreneur, please, is very important for you as a financial manager in the future. Ensure financial stability. So the first step is not a strict requirement, but is definitely recommended. Why? While entrepreneurs have built successful businesses or company while being less than financially flush, example Facebook or Meta or another successful business, build a diverse skill set. Or once a person has strong finances, it's very important to build a diverse set of skills and then apply those skills in the real world. The beauty of step 2 is it can be done concretely with step 1. Please keep in mind, building a skill set can be achieved through learning and trying new tasks in real world setting. For example, if an aspiring entrepreneur has a background in finance, they can move into a sales role at their existing company or business to learn the soft skills necessary to be successful. Through going to college, it's not necessary to build a successful businesses. It can teach young individuals a lot about the world in many other ways. And this famous college drops are the exception rather than the norm. So it is not true that major in entrepreneurship is necessary to start a business. People that have built successful businesses or company have major in many different subjects, and doing so can open your eyes to a different way of thinking that can help you in establishing your businesses. Consume content across multiple channels. What is important about this step for you as an entrepreneur or as a financial manager? So it's important as a building a diverse skill set is the need to consume a diverse array of content is equality so. An aspiring entrepreneur should always familiarize themselves with the world around them so they can look at the industry with a fresh perspective, giving them to ability to build a business around a specific sector. Identify a problem to solve. What is important about this step? So it is important to combine steps 3 and 4 so it is possible to identify a problem to solve by looking at various industry as an outsider. This often provides an aspiring entrepreneur with the ability to see a problem others others might not. So another factor is also very important for you. Solve that problem. Network like crazy. What about the network like crazy? Most entrepreneurs cannot do it alone. The business or company world, it is a cutthroat one, and getting any help you can will always help and reduce the time it takes to achieve a successful businesses. Attending conferences or emailing and calling people in the industry, or speaking to your cousins, friends, brothers who is in similar businesses or company will help you get out into the world and discover people that can guide you. Once you have your foot in the door with the right people, conducting a business becomes a lot easier. Please, it's very important about this citation. Load by example. What about this step? So every entrepreneur needs to be a leader with their company, their business. Simply doing the day-to-day requirements will not lead to success. A leader needs to work hard and motivate and inspire their employer or workers to reach their best potential, which will lead to the success of the company. Entrepreneurship financing, given the riskiness of a new venture, it's very important for you, and resources for entrepreneurs. There are a variety of financing resources for entrepreneurs starting their own businesses. What next about these steps for entrepreneur? Money saving, resilient, focused, as well business smart, and communication. So what about focused? Similar,
Excuse
resilience.
me, Prof.
Yeah.
We are on still slide 3, please.
Yes, I am here. I'm this slide now.
Okay.
Still, I am in this
Okay,
slide.
sure. Okay,
Business
thank you. Okay.
smart. It's okay. Business smart, know how to manage money, and understanding financial statements are critical for anyone running their own businesses. Or communication, as I told before, is very successful. Communication is important in almost every phase of life, regardless of what you do. It also of the utmost importance in running a business. Now, financial management. What about this slide? So please keep in mind, financial management means planning, organizing, directing, and controlling financial activities such as procurement and utilization of funds of the enterprises or businesses. It means applying general management principles to financial resources of the businesses or company. So it's very important for you as a financial manager. Investment decision includes investment in fixed assets called as capital budgeting. Financial decision, they related to the raising of finance from various resources, which will depend upon decision on type of source period of financing, cost of financing, and the returns survey. Dividend decision, the finance manager has to take decision with regards to the net profit distribution. So net profit are generally divided in two steps: the dividend for shareholders or retained profits. Objectives of the financial management. So the financial management is generally concentrated with procurement, allocation, and control of financial resources of the concern. The objectives can be to ensure a regular and adequate supply of funds to the concern, or to ensure safety on investment. Example, funds should be invested in safe venture so that adequate rate of return can be achieved. Or to plan a sound capital structure, there should be sound and fair composition of capital so that a balance is maintained between debt and equity capital. So in this slide also you will see a relationship between this step, financial management cycle. The number one, planning and budgeting, has a relationship with resource and allocation. Resource and allocation has a relationship with operating and monitoring, and in the end, evaluation and reporting. Each step is very, very important for you as a financial manager in the future. What about function of financial management? So the number one as a function for financial management, estimation of capital requirements. A finance manager, please, has to make estimation with regards to capital requirements of the company or of the businesses. This will depend upon expected cost and profits and future programs or future strategy or future innovation and policy of a concern. So the number two as a function for a financial management, the determination of capital composition. Three, as a function of financial management, choice of sources of funds. For additional funds to be procedure, a company or a business has many choices like issue of shares and loans to be taken from banks or financial institution, or public deposits to be drawn like in form of bonds, etc. Another function of a financial management, investment of funds. The finance manager has to decide to allocate funds into profitable venture so that there is safety on investment and regular returns is possible. What about the role of financial manager? So, financial manager perform data analysis and advise senior managers on profit maximizing ideas. Financial managers are responsible, please keep in mind, are responsible for the financial health of an organization, of a company. They produce financial reports, direct investment activities, and develop strategy and plans for long-term financial goals of their business or of their company. Financial managers typically has this task: prepare financial statements, business activity reports and forecast, monitor financial details to ensure the legal requirements are met, or supervise employees businesses who do financial reporting and budgeting, or review company financial reports and seek ways to reduce cost or expenses, analyze market trends to find opportunity for exception or for or for acquiring other company or other businesses, or another duties for financial manager, help management make financial decision, make a good financial decision for their company. So the role of the financial manager in business is changing in response to the technological advances that have significantly reduced the amount of time it takes to produce to produce financial reports. Financial managers' main responsibility used to be monitoring a company's finances, but they now do more data analysis and advise senior managers on ideas to maximize profit. They often work on teams acting as business advisors to top executives. So it's very important for you 3 modern financial management techniques that will change your business or your company. So whether you are a business or an individual, you have to find a way to manage your finances. Now and in the future, the cost of everything continue to increase, and there is no sign that this trend of price increases will stop anytime soon. As a result, all companies have to develop a financial management system to ensure their stability for many, many years to come. This system has to provide the businesses in question with enough flexibility for them to continue to grow and pay for their necessary expenses. It also has to be strict enough to allow for money to be put away in the event of future catastrophes. Is very important for you to help your company from bankrupt. So in this slide you will see and are very important each step in this slide. Identify the risk. Identify the risk. Who is the risk for your company? Is example price, or is another step for your company? Assess the risk or analyze the risk control measure. Make control decision, as I told before, for control decision or risk control implementation. Supervise, please supervise and review each function. Example, function of planning or motivating, or example decision making. Supervise and review. Operational analysis. So in this identify the risk, you will see some sub-factors. Identify the risk, operational analysis, list hazards, list hazard causes, in-depth hazards identification. What are hazards for your company? Example. Assess the risk, assess hazard exposure, or assess hazard severity, or identify mishap probability, assess complete risk. It's very, very important for success in your company as a financial manager. So analyze risk control measure, identify risk control option. Example, what are the best strategy or what are the best way for your company? Evaluate control effect, prioritize risk control, make control decision. Please keep in mind select risk control. Who is the risk for your company or your business? Example is location, or is a consumer, or is workers, or is not good services, or etc. Risk for your company. Risk decision, risk control implementation, clarify implementation, establish accountability is very important for you. Establish accountability. Provide support. Who is the support for your company? Are the state, are the new strategy, or etc. Supervise and review. Supervise each step and review each step. It's you have also, it's very important for you when it comes time for cost cutting measure to be implemented. They have to become with consequences in mind. So everything that is done to cut cost or cut expenses has an end results once it becomes a common procedure. What about the role of financial management in the entrepreneurship? So it's very important for you, entrepreneur and financial manager. In this figure, you will see successful entrepreneur. Who is the successful entrepreneur? Having a right management or better marketing strategy. Who is better marketing strategy? As I told before, maybe social media or television or etc. A good financial planning. Example for new product, new innovation in technology, new technology, or entrepreneurship training, business skill training, technical skill training, entrepreneurial skill as external factors, or personality background as an internal factors. Entrepreneurial motivation, need for achievement, or focus of control, or self-efficiency, or risk-taking, or goal-setting, or creative and innovation. It's very important each step in this factor for you as an entrepreneur or as a financial manager. So, what next? What are the types for about entrepreneurs? So not every entrepreneur is the same, and not all have the same goals. Here are here are a few types of entrepreneurs. Example, the number one, builder, or opportunist, or innovator, or a specialist. So what about innovator? Innovators are those rare individuals that come up with a great idea, or a product that no one has thought of before. Think of Thomas Edison, or think of Steve Jobs, or think of Mark Zuckerberg. These individuals worked on what they loved and found business opportunities through that. Now, these are the advantages gained if you are a financial expert. It's very important for you each step. Please keep in mind, financial management makes you a better macro manager. Turning your business or your company or your or your entrepreneurship. With proactive management, debts for businesses are easily approved, or quick formulation of an efficient financial plan for sharing with investors. What next? As step number 2, accessibility to good tools for making critical financial decisions, or investing money on fixed assets wisely. It's very important for you investing money on fixed assets wisely. Or what about the number 3 as advantage gained if you are a financial manager expert? Clear knowledge of growth orientation and setting goals for sales. Improvement in margin of gross profit by effective pricing of your services and cutting the effective cost or cutting expenses of direct labor supplier prices. All of these measures affect cost of products. In the end, or number 4, cutting down of administrative expenses and general cost plus more efficient business management, planning for taxes. It's very important as well. Planning in advance for work settlement, executing sensitivity analysis with the diverse fiscal variables involvement. So, does financial innovation benefit the society? What about this question for you as a financial manager in the future? We live in a world which idolize innovation. We tend to idolize companies or businesses which have produced some products which can be considered to be innovative. So the underlying belief in the capacity system is that innovation is very benefit for your company. So it is innovation which creates more value, and since the capital system allows to create of innovation to reap the most benefits. So this is because the general public believes that that financial opinions tend to change very fast. However, the lives of common people aren't really better because of financial innovation. It's very important for you because you will learn more about the financial manager and the role of financial management in company or entrepreneurship. What is a good financial innovation? So I would like to have some debate, but it's okay. What please you will keep in mind this question: why it can be crucial for a financial manager or entrepreneur to raise money from sales. Please enter your answer in the chat, but it's okay for this question. Maybe you will learn more about when you see this question, why it can be crucial for a financial manager or entrepreneur to raise money from sales. So in this slide, you will see some example about this question. So money. The number 1 is money, number 2 governance, number 3 is revelers and the social defense. So money allows to hear, scale and accelerate advice and monitoring each step. As I told before, avoid mistake, be faster. Please avoid mistake, be faster. It's very important for you. Governance. What about governance? also right setup of the company or status, reputation, trust, and credibility allows to partner here. What about referrals? So allows to partner or here. Social defense allow to partner or here. Each step is very important. What is a good financial innovation to increase your money? Example, excessive risk taking or excessive production or excessive debt. What about excessive risk taking? A good financial innovation does not support excessive risk taking. Financial innovation is only good if it allows decentralization of risk. It's also it is important that the tool being development cannot be used for risk taking at all. For instance, consider the case of credit default swaps. These products work as insurance if you already hold the bonds. Hence, if you have bonds of company and you buy credit default swaps, you are buying insurance. However, the problem is that credit default swaps can be purchased without any interest in the underlying. So it's very important for you this question, why it can be crucial for a financial manager or entrepreneur to raise money from sales. Now, in this slide, you will see the money flow. What about money flow? As I'm a professor for finances, is very important as well as for me. So in this step, the number one, you can see a primary in venture capital. This step has a relationship with step number two, or VSC brings money, advice, status, etc. Then entrepreneur a proven idea and a good idea with the willingness and the ability to work very hard. As I told before, be faster. And this step or number two has a relationship with number three or step number three, limited partners. Venture limited partners has a relationship with the venture capitalist general partner. So you can see management fee. The number four has a relationship with the money flow in the step number five. So the step number four, limited partners, has a relationship with general partner, entrepreneurs, venture, liquidity event. So you can see management fee in each step. And in the end, number five, limited partners, general partners, as I told before, has relationship with an entrepreneur and financial or expert for finances. Their best idea and liquidity event, equity, sales, income or revenue. So this limited partners has a relationship with management fee. This money flow is very important for you to have a stable position in the market. What about this slide? So collecting money from the tree. What is important about this question? Collecting money from the tree. Example, with best idea or with new technology or with new location or with new good services. In this form, you will see collecting or increasing your money from the tree. Now, please, as an entrepreneur or as a financial manager, it's very, very important for you, these quotes. And please keep in mind, do not worry about attention in general. You need to attention from the right people. So it's very important for you, these quotes. What next? Are you magnet for your business or not? If yes, what are the best way? If not, what is the problem? Example, if yes, you have a good idea, you have a good communication with management, with employers, with consumers. If you have a new strategy, you have a good relationship with your colleagues, or you have the best idea for future new product, etc., or you be faster for everything innovation in your company. If not, what are the problems? Maybe you will be more learn about technology or good services or good innovation or new product. So it's very important for you. Are you the magnet for your company? If yes, why? If not, why? Now, I have another question for participants. I would maybe you will please maybe keep in mind as well this question. So please type investors in chat if you are more interested in an investor's perspective, or please type startup if you are more interested in the entrepreneur's perspective. What are the best idea as an investor's perspective, or type startup if you are more interested in the entrepreneur's perspective? It's very important for you to learn more about this question. What are your best idea as an entrepreneur or as a financial manager? Now, maybe you in the slide you can see some doors. Some doors are closed and one door is open. So, example, access the opportunity to invest. Please, who is the opportunity for your company, or who is the best way for your success in your company? Maybe is a new location, or increasing your consumer, or new marketing, or new strategy. It's very important for you this door is the open for you. What next? So financial management, the secret to sound entrepreneurship. So a fine financial or a good financial management structure depict how an entrepreneurship business or company is doing and why. As well, organized system for bookkeeping is critical to establish procedures to manage and control finances. Financial management, financial management is the system to place digits to work for a successful businesses. So financial management is used to formulate the decision that improves business operation and make it more successful. Example, the first step is to create the financial statements. For proactive management, you need a plan in which a monthly generation of financial statements is done. These statements need to include income statements, balance sheet, cash flow statements. And the second step is to grow a successful business as a sound entrepreneur. You must have a deeper understanding of your financial management system. Example, profit doesn't characterize success or identify what metrics affect the business, or don't drop capital on dumb mistake, or carry out a cost review, or make your time count, or build a method to track success with time. Each of this step is very, very important for your business. So, what about developing a system for financial management? Uh, all of this information can be extracted from bookkeeping, invoices, bank statements, and invoices reception. It's also is very important. The secret to sound entrepreneurship. Profit doesn't characterize success, as I told before. Example, in financial management for entrepreneurs, profitability doesn't indicate success. Rather, growth indicates that a business is excelling and on the right path. Profit is the ultimate goal for sound entrepreneurs, but growth of the business is critical to determine how the business is doing. For example, make your time count. What about this step of or these sub factors? So entrepreneurs have to do many tasks themselves due to the small budgets. They have to maintain bookkeeping, run payrolls, etc. Entrepreneurs do think themselves to save money, but in reality, this time should be spent in growth of their business or of their company. Use technology to save your time. Please use technology to save your time. The monthly financial statement can be generated through the latest automated software. Example, package especially designed for accounting. It's very important for you. These are to be used with your manual bookkeeping system. To save your time, you can also employ internal or external bookkeepers to provide you with monthly financial statements, or build a method to track success with time. Every entrepreneur must have a system to access success over time. This system is used to validate the financial management system and to reset goals if needed. So, what about this as a conclusion? To grow a successful business or company as a sound entrepreneur, you must have a deeper understanding of your financial management system. In this slide, you will see financial planning processes, and this financial planning processes has for a 6-step. Example number 1, determining personal and financial goals, gather data, has a relationship with number 2, analyze and evaluate data, determine strength. SWOT analysis, who is strength for your company, who is weakness for your company, or who is threats for your company. Or who is the opportunities for your company. Number 3, develop and present the financial plan, which is the best idea for your plan or your strategy at your company, or create and implement your financial action plan. This step has a relationship with step number 5, review and revise the financial plan. Review and revise, or control and monitoring each step in your company. What about this figure? So, accounting, reporting, analyzing, and planning. So, accounting as a PAD-GOT system in place. Policies and processes that ensure good internal controls and accuracy. Or now what is going on? Get and use God reports, ask questions, provide oversight through understanding of financial statement, as I told before, or analysis. Evaluate, analyze data to determine necessary causes, correction, and to inform planning. Or plan, budget effectively based on analysis and incorporating strategic plan. Think long range. Now, be a victor as a financial manager or entrepreneur. Winners approach impossible as possible, and losers approach possible as impossible. So be a victor, winner. Noble purposes or creative problem solving or persistence is very important for you as a winner in your company. What next? So, dear professor, I would like to tell more about for one paper published in EBSCO. It's very important for your participant, your students, to learn more about which businesses have the most financial stable position. So, in this slide, you will see context, theory, and processes. Business managers tip for success. So the number one or step number one, identify your strength. All managers or all financial managers or all leaders have their own talents, which are used in different ways to bring out the best in themselves and others. So write down what you believe are your strongest assets and skills. Keeping this in mind, decide what the best steps are for you to progress your career as a financial manager. Try not to compare yourself with others, but do approach people who inspire you to ask for their best advice. Step number 2, develop existing skills. Focus on developing the skills you already have. Becoming an expert in your field can give you more value as a financial manager or as a leader, opening up new avenues for your future and teaching you how to be more receptive to new opportunities that arise. Or find a mentor. What about this step? When looking to make your next career as a financial manager move, it's worth investing in an mentor, even if you are fairly senior in your field. Get a different perspective. Network. Network can be pivotal for career advancement and achieving success as a leader. It helps you gain a greater understanding of the landscape outside of your own workplace, and in turn helps the outside world know more about you. So try to inject your personality everywhere you can. Another step is or 6, take risk. Leaders or managers, financial managers, must feel comfortable taking risk. Many decisions and actions are reversible and do not need extensive study. Say no more often. What about this step, say no more often? Saying no, it's not just freeing, it's necessary. If you disagree with a decision, explain your stance and give evidence. every financial manager or every entrepreneur or every leader is unique, but as a rule, honesty is always the best policy. Or insist on the highest standards is also is very, very important for you as a financial manager in the future. In this slide, you can see why financial position theory, businesses, financial position theory, and the results, logistic regression, and natural logarithm. Why financial position? So in every country and in Kosovo, in my state, the pandemic has caused a lot of damage to companies, to businesses, closing some or reducing the number of employees, etc. For businesses to succeed and have a good financial position in the market, the decision-making board in cooperation with the financial manager, accountant, and the others must work harder and analyze in detail each financial item in the financial statements to see their financial position. So, through financial statements, financial planning should be analyzed accurately for future profit, for the payment of future liabilities according to the majority date, as well as how to have a sustainable policy for the benefit of the dividend. It's very important as well. So the efficiency of workers, the quality of customers, service, and the way the business is financed affects the stability of the financial position. Based on in this presentation or in this slide, you will see 100 companies as companies and 14 variables, as well results about logistic regression and natural logarithm. The research was conducted, as I told before, in 100 enterprises or companies on different activities. Example, manufacturing or services. And the data in this research are primary and secondary. The primary data were realized through the interviews with financial manager and other managers of the businesses, while the secondary data were collected from internal sources such as financial reports or documents, as well as external sources, the Agency for Business or the Ministry of Economic Development. Now, what about this slide? So in this slide, you will see all variables. Example, business size, financial position, active of the balance sheet or liabilities from passive of the sheet balance, or income and expenses, or return on assets, or return on equity, and net profit. Now, we have two hypotheses. The main hypothesis, there is no relationship between the financial position and size of businesses, and the alternative hypothesis, there is a significant relationship between the financial position and size of the businesses. So the purpose of this hypothesis is to look except than financial size, business sizes or financial position, and other variables incorporated in them. Do they have a greater impact on the success of large or small businesses or enterprises? Now, The logistic regression model is based on chains and opportunity. So this table indicates, according to the variables of financial position, as successful enterprises are 47 large businesses and 7 small businesses out of a total of 54 that have a good financial position, while according to the same variables but as unsuccessful businesses or with very little success are 6 large enterprises and 40 small out of a total of 46. What next? In this slide, you will see the results about classification and the variables in the question. So this table indicates the classification results for each step through cut-off value and the probabilities provided for the financial situation or financial position of businesses with better financial position and those with poor financial position are 57% in the first step, 66% in the second step, 71.7 in the percent in the third step, 79.1 in the fourth step, and 89% in the fifth step, and 19.2% in the sixth step. In steps 1, 2, and 3, out of 100 successful businesses, 22 are classified as unsuccessful, while 24 are classified as successful. In steps 4 and 5, the number of successful enterprises increased to 25, while the number of unsuccessful businesses decreased to 21. In the last step or 6, the financial situation or financial position of successful enterprises is 29, while of the unsuccessful owners is 17. In each step, the importance of the financial position according to the size of the businesses increases. So in function of the selection of all variables and constant are important at the level of 5%, but the variables with the highest level of importance are in the sixth step. Example, net profit and return of active. So what about the world statistic? According to the world statistic, it can be said that all the logistic regression coefficients in step 6 are significant at the 5% significance level. Now, original values of the dependent variables and other coded values. So this table indicates the financial position, highly successful businesses with number 1 and unsuccessful businesses or with a little success with number 0, and enterprises size. Large enterprises are 45 and small enterprises are 47. Out of a total of 45 large enterprises, 47 of them are successful, while 6 are less successful or close to financial failing. Out of a total of 47 small enterprises or businesses, 7 of them succeed and 14 are at risk of bankruptcy or financial failing. Now, what should do in the business, what should businesses or companies do in the future, and the success rate of large businesses or companies was confirmed by 95.5 or 96% improvement, foresight and future thinking. Recommendation, general recommendation about the financial position. Example, one recommendation, the financial condition of the enterprise is very important to attract investors. Models used for this purpose help investors and financial managers to see financial position of companies or of enterprises, and as well to anticipate future financial situation by reducing unnecessary expenses. Or another recommendation for financial position, large enterprises or businesses need to improve the negative variables to continue successfully in the market. Or some financial items in some businesses have financial fluctuations need be done for their management and improvement efficiently. More specifically, financial transaction that increase total cost during production and services. Or another recommendation, financial transaction must be carried out in accordance with financial planning, or small businesses or small enterprises need to increase the number of financial transactions through accurate managerial planning, or service and production should be improved in enterprises with poor financial success. So what example debate with student, but it's okay. Please keep in mind, brainstorming is very important for you as a student or as a financial manager in the future. New product or service idea. Who is the best idea for your new product? Product naming or new process for doing something. What are the best ideas for new process for doing something? Maybe a new product or maybe new technology, etc. New future idea. Define top requirements or restriction. What are the best restriction for your company? It's very, very important for you, this slide, financial management and entrepreneurship. And also, example number 2, debate with your students. It's describe the objective or objectives of the exercise. So thinking about me, where I am now, where I want to be. It's very, very important for you, this question. Where I am now and where I want to be in the future. So this is quotes. It's very important for businesses, for the financial position, stable position in company. Businesses opportunities are like bosses. There is always another one coming. So it's important for you, this citation or quotes. If there is one thing I have learned, it's learn something new everything. Learn something new every day. Every day. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Dear Professor, thank you so very much. Can
Yes.
I stop my screen because my camera doesn't work with the presentation?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you so much, dear Professor, for these opportunities. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Thank you very much for such a super presentation, respected professor. It was so nice and it was highly captivating, and you kept us engaged so much because every slide which was coming was so wonderful, and the way you connected the slides, the way you developed your slides, it was so powerful content. I love the idea from where you started, the entrepreneurs, you define it, and then you told us the management skills, the technical skills, the entrepreneur skills. All these things were so nice, so wonderful. You have articulated the role of the entrepreneur and the financial manager. And I love the way you included different quotes to motivate the audience to know about that how it is being connected. And I used to listen to the different speakers. Most of the time the speakers, they do include the analytics, the metrics,
Yeah.
the references, and you have given the same thing. You have produced the statistic, you have shown so wonderful steps, and the financial planning process and everything. And I loved your one slide which was containing the secret for the sound financial planning, and the entrepreneurs, what they can do and how can they be successful, and very wonderful recommendations to the students. And above everything, your quotation side, that how you place different quotation at different wonderful places. It's really awesome, and I really loved your presentation. And your energy level was so high that you kept on saying the things, and the audience, they would be catching the different things, that how can we grab the different concepts and how it is related. Super presentation, very well elaborated. Thank you very much for such a wonderful presentation. We have a few questions, if you allow me. Should we start with the first one?
Yes, yes, Professor. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you. Prof, they want to know your thoughts on fintech. Their question is, please share your thoughts about the fintech and how do you see the role of artificial intelligence in future? Yes, please.
Thank you. That's a great question. In my opinion, the fintech is very important for success in all businesses. Example, manufacturing or services is very, very important. As advice for me as a professor for finance or accounting, example, new technology, new software for your company is very, very important for every business. So
Very nicely said, Prof. Thank you very much for such a wonderful answer. And we have another question which is very much related to the ethics, that, Prof, they want to ask that what role can ethics play to ensure sound financial management in modern business setup?
sorry, Professor. Please, can you repeat my question?
Yes, Prof. They want to ask about the role of the ethics. The question is that, Prof, what role can ethics play to ensure sound financial management in modern business setup? Because we believe that there should be ethical business and ethical setups. So how can ethics play important role in financial management?
Um, as I told before, be honesty. It's very, very, very best step in each step or each function in the business. Be honesty and provide legality or regular law is very, very important for company and for financial manager or entrepreneurs. Be honesty, I
Yeah,
think.
very wonderful, wonderful question. And I think it squeezed everything in that one sentence, that if you are honest, everything will be
Yeah.
going very well. Yeah. So, due to time constraint, we have last question from you. What is your recommendation to upcoming researcher in the field of finance and accounting? Yes, please.
Thank you, dear professor. It's very, very, and thank you for this great question. As some advice from me, learn every day because we will need for new knowledge, learn for about business successful from papers, from television, from media, from social network. Learn every day everything. Example for businesses, for bankrupt, for success,
Yeah.
something. Learn every day new, learning something.
Yeah, very nicely said, Prof. Thank you very much for such a wonderful answers and for wonderful presentation. And Prof, your initiative of the Born is also a great contribution to the field and world. We wish you best of luck for that wonderful initiative, and I believe that people will be getting a lot of advantage, and they will have a lot of interaction with the world-renowned speakers, the different researchers, and that's the beauty of the contributor like you, that they take the initiative to guide the people in the right direction. So thank you very much for what you are. Prof, what is your message to the world as a teacher, researcher, trainer, learner, professional, and educator? Yes, please.
Learn. Work harder, and work smarter as well.
Yes. So again, very nicely you have sum up everything in a one word, that learn. And I
Yeah,
love your quotation that learn every day something
and
new.
and the professor never give up. Never
Oh,
give up.
that's the biggest thing, that learn and never give up. And what I usually say, that motivation is very much important, and particularly
Yeah,
the inner
yeah.
motivation, the intrinsic
Yes,
motivation.
exactly. Yes, motivation
Yeah.
is
So
very important.
yes,
Dear Professor, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Really, it's a great pleasure for me to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you
yes.
so much.
Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to have you with us, because the way you explained everything, that is the real guidance for the upcoming researchers. And I'm sure this video will be in the YouTube, and people will be getting advantage out of this video, since the YouTube would be there. And this is our contribution. And thank you very much for your time, your energy. That is so wonderful. In the end, I would say indeed the role of financial management in entrepreneurship is very much important, and we need to learn the basic principle of it. So
Yeah,
do follow the distinguished guest speaker through her research work, and you can email her for future learning and guidance. She is very generous and always ready to help the people. Moreover, wonderful explanation and powerful content which the great speaker has already elaborated will help you to learn and develop your understanding regarding the financial management concepts and
yeah.
entrepreneurship. So
Thank
that's
you.
all we have time for today. Thank you once again, Dr. ENKELEDA. And also, I would like to thank our audience who join us. If you have additional question about the information shared today, please email to us, or you can connect with the speaker directly through her email or social media. Thank you all for your support and liking our session. Stay tuned, because many sessions are on the way. Do not miss any session. Until next session, take care of yourself. Bye bye.